Well, here's a news alert. More than half of the health co-ops were created to deal with the Affordable Health Care Act have gone bankrupt, and the other half are just totally dropping out of the system very rapidly. And the third-party payers, typical insurance companies, every one of them are raising their premiums as much as 41 to 100% or more. And then, of course, the deductibles are going up from $300 to $6,000 in many of them. 85% of all personal bankruptcies in America now are the result of medical bills. 85% of all personal bankruptcies in America are due to medical bills. And so I urge you to contact your young GV associates and say, look, I need some help here. I've got 5 kids. I've got a mom and dad who are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s in their home with disabilities. What do I do? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask you to get the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, get a hold of the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and the trilogy of books. Okay, the trilogy books. We're talking about Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, and learn how to deal with over 900 different diseases using vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and rare earths, amino acids, fatty acids, herbs, and aromatherapy oils. That's the trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. And you certainly, through all these books, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Epigenetics, and the trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, you will learn how to do your own physicals for yourself and your family. A physical that will cost you $2,000 in a doctor's office. You go to the pharmacy without a prescription, get the same test strips for blood test, urine test, the equivalent of a colonoscopic exam. You're starting to see these things being advertised all over TV. This is very simple stuff. I mean, even if you can't read because it's color-coded, even if you can't read, you can deal with all this stuff, okay? Your little 6-year-old kids can do this. And so I want you to start doing your own physicals. You can take your own blood pressure. You can take your own pulse. You can weigh yourself. You can determine if you have diabetes or not. You don't have to go to a doctor if you have the symptoms of diabetes. Things like thirst, losing weight, very urinating 2 or 3 times an hour during the day. These are the sort of things, getting drowsy after meals. These are the sort of things that you have blood sugar problems. So you can go to a pharmacy, get the blood sugar test strips you would do to manage and monitor your diabetes, and do a fasting blood sugar in the morning before you eat, okay, say a half hour before you eat. And if your blood sugar is down in the, 70s, 80s, 90s, you're cool. No diabetes. But if your blood sugar is 30, you're pre-diabetic. If it's 40 and above, guess what? You're diabetic. And you don't need to have that on your permanent record in a doctor's office because type 2 diabetes, which makes up 98% of the diabetic population, only 2% is type 1, which is a birth defect. We can manage it better than they do with drugs, but type 2 is not genetic in any way, shape, or form. It occurs in all vertebrates, including crocodiles and turtles and fish and elephants and walruses and rats and dogs and cats and horses and human beings, right? All vertebrates with a deficiency of these nutrients will get type 2 diabetes. So when you see, gosh, I'm a diabetic, you start in with the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids. It's going to support and promote blood sugar problems to the point where you're going to have healthy blood sugar levels. You're going to have a healthy metabolism of sugar and carbohydrates at the cellular level. And if you are on medication for diabetes, as your blood sugar drops, you do what your doctor says. As your blood sugar drops, and it will on this program, you actually are able to reduce your medication as your doctor says. If your blood sugar goes up, you take more medication just like the doctor says. But usually within 2 or 3 weeks, you're able to significantly reduce your medication. Another couple of weeks, you're able to be without medication, okay, and your blood sugar will remain down below 100 for, say, 2-3 weeks in a row. And your blood sugar down below 100, and you can get your own A1C hemoglobin test, and it's below 6 to 5 and below 5 and so forth. This means, guess what? That you're in good shape, and I'd keep some of that medication around. I would still go to a doctor maybe once a year, something like that, and say, here's my logbook for my blood sugar for the last 6 months. And he'll say, by gosh, I don't know why, but you don't have diabetes anymore. Okay, say, well, I've been doing stuff. You want to know? And almost every doctor will say, nah, I don't want to know what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. I don't need to see you anymore. Bye. And they'll turn you loose because they don't want you in the waiting room talking to their other patients. So again, we're talking about a huge, huge ability here to take care of your own cost. And when you do your own business and you want to get a hold of the Wall Street for kids, you're doing your own longevity business, one of the things you want to do is have a business plan. In that business plan, you say that your company, your longevity business, will pay for your monthly premiums for your health insurance, your monthly premiums for your life insurance, your monthly cost for qualifications, so you get a check from us every month, and also for, let's see here, also for anything you might need for any health problem. Okay, and this is for you and your dependents. And this is going to give you your office deductions in your home office, right? I mean, you can have right out of the chute for the first 6 months of a year, you're already up to $4,000 or $5,000 a month in legal deductions. You're going to get back part of or most of your withholdings instead of giving it to the government to do silly things. These are all legal. You know, Trump says he doesn't pay any taxes because he's smart. He takes advantage of every tax break, and you should do the same thing. But you can't do that as an employee. You cannot get tax breaks as an employee. You only get tax breaks when you own your own business. So everybody should contact their young Jewish associate right now and say, I need Wall Street for Kids. I need the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie. I need the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. I need the trilogy books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport Aromatherapy. So I know how to deal with over 900 different diseases using vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and rare earths, amino acids, fatty acids, herbs, aromatherapy oils. That's the trilogy books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport Aromatherapy. And we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about high blood pressure, as I've got a news story here from Natural News. It's headlined, Home Remedies for High Blood Pressure. They say high blood pressure is a main factor which triggers many dangerous health ailments, including heart stroke, heart disease, chronic kidney issues. And they say that high blood pressure is derived from not only internal but also external factors, including genetic factors. I don't know if I agree with that. Aging process, obesity, stress, and the lack of vitamin D, as well as insulin resistance. And they list 10 home remedies for high blood pressure control. The first one is lemon. They say is one of the best home remedies for high blood pressure. It can inhibit blood vessel hardening, and also is familiar can soften blood tissue vessels, increase their flexibility. Regular lemon consumption will help keep blood pressure in check effectively. Watermelon seeds. They say the seeds can also help with some problems, including high blood pressure, by removing the rigidity of blood vessels. Watermelon seeds may keep blood pressure in check. Garlic, natural home remedy for high blood pressure, the ability to promote nitric oxide and hydrogen sulfide production. Garlic may naturally relax blood vessels, leading to a stable blood pressure. Banana. The banana can provide a welcome relief from annoying symptoms of high blood pressure due to its high content of potassium. Celery, according to scientific evidence, celery is an excellent source of phthalates and may reduce tension in artery muscles as well as improve blood flow into blood vessels. Coconut, a perfect combination of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C, is a good explanation for coconut's great ability to supply water to the blood system. Cayenne pepper, one of the most effective home remedies for high blood pressure by controlling the formation of platelet in blood flow. Cayenne pepper may support proper function of blood circulation, leading to stable blood pressure. And they say onions have ability to improve mood, reduce acne scars, and especially turn into effective home remedy for high blood pressure, a powerful antioxidant of flavonols in onions. And finally, honey, one of the best home remedies for high blood pressure. So there you go. And there's, you can do things like deep breathing as well to help control high blood pressure.
Yeah, and all these things, because, we go pretty fast and people can't. What did you say? What was that third one you said? In the book, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, all these foods and herbs that contain these various substances that are able to support healthy blood pressure. You hear me say, this will help support healthy blood pressure and healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries. And all this information is in all these books, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Epigenetics, but also the trilogy of books here, specifically the book Let's Play Herbal Doctor. And, of course, we have wonderful herbs that are extracts of the foods you're talking about. It's called Good Herbs, and it talks about, we have, let's see here, they're tinctures, which are extracts of alcohol extracts of the active principles of these herbs and foods. And so we have the one for healthy support for the cardiovascular system. We have one for healthy kidney support, healthy blood pressure. It's called Good Herbs, a good thing to look at. And again, the books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, particularly Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport Aromatherapy, because there are a lot of things you can do with aromatherapy because they're actually extracts of plants again. And it's kind of interesting. People think that aromatherapy oils or oils are not oils, are actually esters. They're only 2 carbons long, and that's why they can last for 1,000 years in the Egyptian tombs, because they don't oxidize. If they were oils, they would have oxidized within minutes after they were put in the tomb and be useless or even dangerous. But because they're esters and not oils, the aromatherapy oils will last forever. Okay, so thank you so much, Doug. Super job as usual. And hang on, we'll be back with more Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California. And Ron, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Ron, you're on the air.
Yes, sir, Dr. Wallach. Good talking to you.
How can we help
calling
you? Thank you.
Jane. She's 5'4", 112 pounds. She has high antibodies, according to the doctors, and they thought it was a thyroid problem. Now both her eyelids are swollen and sometimes headaches. Tight and heavy, blurry, because of the eyelids. And she had asked us, and they want to put her on intravenous steroids.
Yeah, that's because the doctors don't know what to do, and so they're just going to give something to make her feel better, okay, and which steroids will do. But there's negatives to steroids because they increase mineral loss from bones and create osteoporosis and arthritis, and also they increase your risk of type 2 diabetes by as much as 52%. Okay, so it's not a good idea. So I have to ask you, do you know if she has any history of any other things, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, muscle pain, fibromyalgia, those kind of things, skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, asthma, bronchitis, any of those things?
Well, it's basically a lot of pains and aches and always complaining of being tired over the years. It's a family friend.
Okay, so pain and tired. So she go to one doctor, he might say fibromyalgia. Another doctor said, well, we'll give you steroids to deal with the pain, not give it a name. But she weighs 112 pounds. Charmaine, what would you do for this girl? What do you think her problem is?
Well, she probably has a malabsorption, and that's why she's got no energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get her on a gluten-free. I get her on a gluten-free diet right away, and I would get her on a healthy. I just get her on a healthy start pack. Well, healthy bone and joint pack. Why not? And then give her the CM gel caps. CM gel caps.
Okay, CM plus gel caps. Okay. And then call us in a couple of days. Let us know how you're doing. But no fried foods and processed meats, no oils, no glutens. And we'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Minnesota. And Jack, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Jack, you're on the air.
Yeah, doctor, how are you? I was on your show 3 weeks ago and asked about a liver biopsy and what to take. And
okay.
I went to the University of Minnesota for a second opinion, as you suggested.
Good.
And about a week and a half ago, I was diagnosed with an inoperable malignant tumor surrounding the main artery to the liver. They said I've got cholangiocarcinoma, which is bile duct cancer, very rare.
I remember.
Life expectancy about 2 years. And so my question is, what protocol under these circumstances would you suggest for this, and how much of each item should I take?
Okay, how much do you weigh, sir? Okay, how much do you weigh?
I weigh 145 pounds. I'm 5'6", and I'm 74 years old.
Okay. Now, one of the interesting things about liver cancer is that it can be caused by the toxin from a mold called aspergillus. It's kind of bread mold kind of thing. And so you want to stay away from those things. Old bread that has maybe penicillin-looking mold or fungus growing on the bread. Don't even take a slice of bread from three slices away from that mold. Just get rid of it. And also anything that tastes old, like nuts you get in bulk from food stores and things, and they taste a little old, they taste musty or just something not right about them. Those nuts and things are made from, even soybeans, dried soybeans. You got to watch all that stuff because they get these molds in them, especially they get wet before they get harvested and everything, or as they're being handled. And these molds grow on them, and they produce a substance called aflatoxins. There's a whole section in the book, epigenetics, on this. The cause of most liver cancers is this aflatoxin, and it's just tragic. We're seeing so many kids in the inner cities getting liver cancer because they're eating old moldy bread. They get it cheap from the thrift stores. Okay, so at 145 pounds, Char, as a beginning, what kind of diet would you put Jack on? Just let's talk about the diet first to eliminate all the inflammation so his body has a chance to heal itself.
Well, I get him my gluten-free diet right away. No oils, no olive oil, no salad oil, no meats with nitrates or nitrites, no burnt animal fat, none of that.
Well, how many fried foods can he eat?
None. No fried foods, of course.
Yeah, even if they're organic vegetables and stir-fried and extra virgin olive oil, can't have any of that. No gluten. That means no wheat, barley, rye, oats. There is no such thing as gluten-free oats. The gluten in oats is called gliadin, and so people will take advantage of it and they say, "Oh yeah, we're selling gluten-free oats." That's because when you look at the analysis, it has gliadin but not gluten, and gliadin is just the name for the gluten in oats. So hang on, Sharon, I'll be back, Jack, and we'll give you a protocol to follow to support your immune system after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Minnesota and Jack. Okay, inoperable terminal bile duct cancer may have up to 2 years if he does everything right. Okay, we talked about getting rid of the bad foods, the inflammatory foods here. What would you do, Shar, to support his immune system from 360 degrees?
I would get him on a healthy brain and heart pack, and I would add an extra bottle of selenium. And I would also get him on
Wait a minute. He weighs 145 pounds. He's got a terminal disease here. Okay, so a healthy brain and heart pack, and what else?
I would get him an extra bottle of selenium. I would get him extra fucoid Z, the Ocean's Gold, and also the Immortalium.
Okay, that's a very good approach. She's exactly correct. Jack, again, one healthy brain and heart pack per month. Get an extra bottle of the Ultimate Selenium, so you could take 6 of those a day. It wouldn't hurt to get 2 extra bottles of Selenium, so you could take 9 a day. 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. I'd go even a little heavier. Also, the Fucoid Z, I'd go ahead and get a couple of bottles of that every month and take 3 of those twice a day. Fucoid Z is a capsule that comes from a red marine algae harvested off the shores of Tasmania, that big island off the southeastern coast of Australia, as they say. And it's one of the reasons why the Japanese are said to have significantly less cancer rates than we have, significantly less cancer risk, and why they do better at surviving than we do. So it's worth certainly taking 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month of the Fucoid Z, and they're going to support your immune system. And then let's see here, the BTT 2.0, I'd go ahead and take 4 of those tablets, take 4 of those twice a day, okay? And the whole purpose here is to get your ORAC points over 320,000. I take 500,000 ORAC points a day. I go out of my way. I have 3 suitcases I have travel with me. They weigh 70 pounds each, and they're just a couple of months' worth of my supplements, okay? Because I know that these things are, if you give your body what it needs, your body can do wondrous things. So staying away from the bad stuff. Oh, also, Char mentioned correctly the source, what we call sea cucumber, which is legendary for supporting the immune system when you have many types of cancers, including liver cancer, leukemias, and so forth. And the sea cucumber is found in our Ocean's Gold, so I would go ahead and take a minimum of 3 of those tablets twice a day. You could take 9 a day, so it'll be 2 or 3 bottles of the Ocean's Gold. And remember, Jack, it's equally important to take extreme obsessive behavior when it comes to avoiding the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates, no deli slices, sandwich meat, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, spam. No oils, no microwave popcorn, no theater popcorn. If you love popcorn, you can air pop it, melt some butter and put on it and sprinkle some good salt on it. And then no olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarines, no anti-salters and cooking oils. You keep away from those trans fats, heterocyclamines, acrylamides, and no glutens, wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And this is going to be a thing you got to deal with. But it wouldn't hurt to drink a glass of red wine once or twice a day, just because it has the antioxidants in it, also more auric points from the resveratrols. And, one or two glasses of red wine are not going to disturb your liver when you're taking all these nutrients, but it is calming. It will relax you and allow you to meditate a little bit and ponder what's going on. And so give us a call every couple of weeks. Certainly give us a call every time you go in for an update from your doctor. Let us know what's going on, and we will walk you through this, Jack. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Texas. And James, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
So, James, you're on the air.
Yes, hello, doctor. How are you today?
Fine, sir. Thank you. How can we help you?
Yes, I have several issues. I'm on dialysis. I just started dialysis. I've been on it now almost a year. And prior to that, over the years, I've had diabetes since 1990. And
so type 2?
Type 2, yes. And I have high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been having a problem with my stomach since birth. But now that I'm almost 57 years old...
Stop. When you say you had trouble in your stomach since birth, what kind of trouble? Do you have diarrhea? Do you have gas? Do you have constipation? What's the matter?
Well, I have diarrhea, and I've been having it for some years now.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have any skin problems or asthma or bronchitis? Any skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, dry skin?
Not really. I've always had oily skin all my life.
Okay. What about appendicitis?
No, sir.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 2.
Okay. Do they have any of those problems?
No. My mom, she passed away in 98. She had an enlarged heart, and she had also had diabetes and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, these things you have are not genetic. And so you say your 2 siblings, your 2 brothers and sisters, they do not have any problems, are perfectly healthy? I don't believe you.
Well, my sister, she almost 3 years ago, she had a stent put in one of her valves to her heart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
how much do you weigh? How much do you weigh?
I weigh 152.
Okay, Shar, what's going on here?
Well, he's got a gluten intolerance. That's why he keeps getting different things wrong with him.
And that's why he's had stomach problems since he was born.
Exactly.
Now, were you breastfed, James, or bottle fed?
I was bottle fed. I couldn't, when I was a baby, my mom said that I couldn't tolerate homogenized milk back then. So they tried to...
No, I'm talking about breast milk.
No, she never breastfed me.
Okay. Is that because she couldn't, or she's working, or?
Basically, she was working.
Okay. All right. So, as Shar said, you got to get rid of all the bad foods out of your life. No fried foods. Absolutely no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. No exceptions. No oils. No exceptions. No olive oil, coconut oil, margarine, mayonnaise, and cooking oils, and no gluten. No wheat, bread, rye, and oats. That includes dog food, cat food, bird food, fish food. Spouse, partner, mother-in-law, renter, everybody in your household has got to be gluten-free. Otherwise, you're not gluten-free because of cross-contamination, the laundry, the food preparation services, the beds where you sleep together, the couches where you watch TV and so forth. You're going to get it. You're not a chef, are you?
No, sir. I believe I have fungus because I remember my wife said to me one time she believed I had irritable bowel syndrome or something like that.
Well, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, is a result of gluten intolerance. That's the colon responding to the glutens, which are very inflammatory. And the doctor's piece of this is to surgically remove your colon. Okay, now you're on dialysis and you have type 2 diabetes. And so what you do from a supplement standpoint, James got high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and obviously he's got some bowel problems. What do you do here, Charmaine?
He said he weighs 150? Yeah, he said he weighs 150. Okay, He's on the cusp of whether he needs 1 or 2 of the...
I go to 2.
2 of the healthy blood sugar packs, and then add to it for the dialysis the Ultimate Daily Classic, the Cardio 6, and the Niacin Plus.
Okay, well, hang on here, James. We've got to run to one of these message moments. Hang on, we'll be back with you. We'll go over this stuff again briefly. Get your pen and paper ready. We'll go over it so you have a chance to get it all written down. And we'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Texas and James. Okay, just a quick rerun here. At 152 pounds, Char recommended, quite correctly, 2 of the healthy blood sugar packs. Go ahead and take your fasting blood sugar before you medicate yourself in the morning, whether it's pills or insulin. And then as your blood sugar drops, you can reduce your medication your doctor has taught you to do. Blood sugar goes up, take more medication. Blood sugar goes down, you take less. When you're down below 100 for 3 weeks in a row without medication, you're an ex-diabetic. Keep some medicine around just in case. Check yourself once a week, all that kind of stuff. And then for the high blood pressure and the diabetes, and the dialysis, they kind of go along together. Because dialysis, 99% of the time, there's nothing wrong with your kidney when you have kidney failure. Your creatinine levels are going up, your glomerular filtrate rate's going down. That's not because there's anything wrong with your kidney, although doctors interpret it that way. It's because what's happening, Char? There's nothing wrong with the kidneys.
The afferent arteries going into the kidney are plugged up from eating fried foods and stuff. They're swelled up and swelled shut.
Okay, so the dirty blood can't get into the filtering units, right? And so basically what we want to do, and Char was quite correct, to support this vascular system problem here, which results in kidney failure function, nothing wrong with the kidneys. And so for the high blood pressure and the need to be on dialysis, we'd suggest you take 3 of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets 3 times a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. That's 3 bottles a month. You can take 2 sticks a day of the Ultimate Cardio Sticks, 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner. It takes 2 boxes a month. They come in a box of 30. And 2 of the Ultimate Niacin Plus at breakfast and dinner. That's 2 bottles a month. Obviously, if there's a financial problem here, you cut everything in half, and it'll take longer to deal with these things, but they're all dealable with, okay? None of these are genetic. None of these are beyond repair, but you have to give your genes, your DNA, your RNA, and your telomeres everything they need to do their job, which is to maintain, repair your tissues, all your cells, okay? So give us a call every couple of weeks. James, you can start the diet immediately. And in Texas, it's going to take you 3 to 4 working days to get the product from San Diego. And so you can start the diet immediately. And then 2 weeks after you start the product program, give us a call, give us an update on your blood pressure, your blood sugar. And anytime you go into dialysis and they actually do blood tests and tell you what your creatinine levels are and your GFR is, your glomerular filtration rate is, let us know the numbers. Okay, Doug, how much time we got?
We got a couple of minutes. I'd like to get to another call here that's been holding for a while.
Let's do it.
Let's head to Maryland. And Kimberly, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Kimberly, you're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Wallach, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We got to go fast. We only got a few moments here.
Okay. I have a mother-in-law that is a stage 2 diabetic. They say she had kidney failure, and I was just listening to the previous call.
Mm-hmm.
They want to start dialysis on her. Her BUN was elevated as well as her creatinine level.
Okay, well, here's the deal. What does your mother-in-law weigh?
Probably about 135, 130.
Okay. Well, here's what I would do. I'd get her on 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. Get her on 2 bottles a month of the Sweeties, so she can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. Have her take her fasting blood sugar before she medicates herself. Adjust her medication appropriately. And then she needs the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets 3 twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. 1 of the cardio sticks a day. Let her take half the dose at breakfast, half the dose at dinner time. So 1 cardio stick will last a day. Okay, and then 1 of the Ultimate Niacin Plus. They're time release and also non-flush. And all this is designed to support and promote healthy blood pressure and support healthy blood flow through the blocked arteries, which will actually support more kidney function, because you'll be able to have her get her dirty blood into the filtering units very quickly. And so as she goes to dialysis, they'll notice this. They'll say, my gosh, we don't know why, but instead of 3 times a week, we can cut her down to 2 times a week. And then after another couple of weeks or a month or so, we say, we better cut her down to 1 time a week. She's really improving. Boy, this dialysis must be working. Okay? And so, when you call us once every 2 weeks, and from Maryland, I'd start the diet immediately. It's going to take 5 working days to get the product to you from the West Coast. So call us 2 weeks after you start the product, but start the diet today. Well, thank you, everybody. Great testimonies and questions. Thank you so much, Char. Super job as usual. A++. Thank you, Doug and Sam. Beautiful job as usual. Fabulous job. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.